daily, or I guess it's kind of similar to Destiny of Spirits, where there's like daily bonuses for like logging in every day and that kind of stuff. And there's also like events and everything, because there's one event going. I don't know if it's now, or I think it's whenever the 16th and the 17th is. It's there's an event where you can recruit Cecile, or Cecil, or however the hell you say his name, the Dark Knight guy from 4. And you can get like his paladin and Dark Knight form. So I want to try the event, but I'm going to try to level up my characters first before I go through, because I don't know how hard it's going to be, because you, you can't really like rest or like heal your characters, or like traditionally, unless you're like outside of the dungeon. So once you start, you kind of have to keep going through, or you have to start all the way over. And the only way to like heal your characters is just like go to camp and use like the mental as a currency to use the tents kind of thingy and heal your characters. And I was like, and I don't know how long the event actually is. So it's like if I go into it and then I'm not prepared, then it's just gonna not end well. I'm not gonna recruit him, and I'll be sad, and that kind of defeat the purpose. But so I'm just going through and I'm replaying some of the dungeons so I can like gather materials, so I can increase the number of times they can use like their abilities and stuff in the dungeons. So I'm kind of just doing that and trying to make better weapons for them and everything. So yeah, right
So
now just
so
doing that.
so can you only recruit new party members at the end of a dungeon?
Yeah, that seems to be the case. Like
Ah, okay.
because like after the bosses, it says that this person joined your party or whatever. So because like I got Cloud first, and then after I went through the Final Fantasy X stuff, I got Walker, and then after I went through some, or like one of the 4 dungeons, I got Kane. So
Is it random or is it each
um,
time
I, I think it. Well,
it's
I,
someone?
I don't. I think it's well. They only join. I only got the one character from each of their respective worlds thing. So it may just be
Oh, there's multiple dungeons per world.
yeah.
Okay,
So
that makes sense.
so yeah. I only got one of them each from so far. So and I think and it seems to be that it's just like the character from that respective you get characters from that respective game instead of like it just being random characters, because like I said, I got Walker from the 10 place, and Cloud from 7, and Kane from 4. So um, it's yeah, but
Are some dungeons longer than others, or does it like tell you before you go into them how long or how hard it's gonna be?
it tells you before you go in,
Okay.
or that like it'll tell you like how many waves each part is, and then like there's like a number difficulty for each one, like ranging from 1 to I'm not sure how high it goes, but it's like the elite dungeons that I just unlocked. One of them was like difficulty 14, and I haven't tried that one yet, but that's a lot higher than the difficulty 2 of like the other one. So it's like I don't know, I might not be ready for that just yet. So I kind of holding off on that. But because I went into the event to try to just to see how long it was, and it's like it seems like there's a lot of like sub dungeons and stuff. So I might have to hold off on that. But I don't think the event starts until tomorrow anyway. So that should give me plenty of time to do some leveling and stuff, because it seems pretty easy to level them up. And if you use the characters from the respective games in those worlds, or that they come from, they get like stats boosts and stuff. And the same thing happens if you use like the weapons or the equipment that came from those worlds too. So each of the characters and the weapons and the equipment have like numbers on the side of them that tells you which game they come from. So that way you can like equip characters with the stuff whenever you're going into these different dungeons to kind of like get you like the extra boost and stuff. So like in Final Fantasy X world, like Waka gets he gets like higher HP and higher attack power, and he also gets like bonus experience whenever you clear battles and stuff. So it's like an incentive to use the characters that come from those worlds whenever you're using them. So yeah, it's it's a fun little distraction. And I mean, like I said, I haven't hit the paywall yet, so I guess I can keep just going until that point, and I guess after that I'll just do something else, because I usually kind of stop playing free to play games usually around that time, where it's like, oh, you could continue if you dude, it's like, yeah, or I could just not do that. And yeah, so that's usually where I stop. So once I hit that point, then it will happen. But although maybe that point won't come because I mean, with Destiny of the Spirits, I don't think I ever came across that, or at least it was pretty well hidden. So they were just like all up in your face about it. It's just like, yeah, buy our stuff kind of thing. So it was okay then. So who knows? I guess I'll see. But let's see. What was I playing? All right. I think I got to the final boss of Bloodborne. Kind of. It's pretty much based on because of who said boss is and where it is. It I'm assuming that means this is the final boss thing, and it also kind of uh, confirms the paranoia from last week where we were concerned about the the death specter thing. So it's like I guess that explains that. So yeah, uh, I haven't. I've only I don't know. I beat the first final boss. I think. Apparently, there's like multiple endings to the game. So, because I know when I was talking to Gamer about it, because he told me he had beat the game, but he didn't actually fight a boss at all. So I guess there's like certain triggers as to what um get you like different endings and stuff. Because I had to fight two bosses at this point, I think, and he said he didn't fight any. So I think